Good day, students. Welcome to a new class of skill education where we are learning information technology. Continuing with our unit 4, that is electronic spreadsheet. Today we are going to do the second part of electronic spreadsheet. In our last class, I explained to you the entire screen of OpenOffice Calc and what are the different contents of a OpenOffice Calc screen and what are the ways in which we can navigate through a spreadsheet. In today's class, we are going to understand how we can enter different types of data into the cells of a spreadsheet. As you know that a spreadsheet contains is a grid of rows and columns, and in the a combination of a row and a column is called as a cell. Now each cell can contain different, we can enter different types of information into a cell. Let us look at it in detail. The first is that we can enter a label. Now, any label, a label means any text that is entered into the through the keyboard. It could be in the form of letters, numbers, symbols, special characters, whatever content we want will be considered as a label. And whenever a label is entered into a cell, it is always aligned to the left part of the cell. So, when a particular combination of alphabets and special characters and numbers are entered, it will be considered as a label. The next one is a value. When purely numbers or numeric values are entered into a cell, it is considered as a value. By default, when any number or any value which is numeric is always aligned to the right hand side of the cell. It could be an integer, it could be a decimal number, it could be a positive number or a negative number. But any numeric entry is called as a value. The third type is a formula. Any expression which begins with an equal to sign is considered as a formula. In a formula, you can have a formula can be a cell address or a value or even a function. So when a formula is entered into a cell in a worksheet, the value of the equation is displayed in the cell and the actual formula is displayed on the formula bar. Now let us look at this practically, how we can enter labels, values and formulas into a cell. There are three types of entries which can be done into a cell. The first one is a label. Now labels can be any text that you type from the keyboard which has got alphabets. It could be just simple alphabets or a combination of alphabets and numbers and also some special characters. For example, if I just write CBSE, this is also a label. Or when I press and I write 8, this is also 8 answer. Even in this case it is a combination of a number and alphabets or even some special characters like a ampersand. This is also considered as a label. All these labels are assigned to the aligned to the left hand side of the cell. The next one is a value. Any value which is purely a number. So any numbers total along with the decimal point is also considered as a value or a number, and it is aligned to the right hand side of the cell. Now one important fact about numbers or values is that if I type a number as 0.67, then that 0 is displayed to me as the leading number. But in case I write a number like this as 09876, the leading 0 will not be considered by the sheet because the leading 0 over here in this case does not have any value. So this is one thing we need to remember in case of a spreadsheet, that is leading 0 is not taken in case of a integer number, whereas in case of a decimal number the leading 0 is retained. So this is the second type of entry which is called as the values, and the third one is a formula. Now whenever I enter any formula or function, it needs to begin with an equal to sign. So when I write a number like 40 equal to 45 plus 8, then the answer here comes on the cell and the actual formula is displayed to me on the formula bar. Similarly, if I am writing something called as a function, for example, I will write a function called now which displays to me the current date and time. Then press the enter key. So the formula is displayed to me on the formula bar and when I press the enter key, now whenever I see a hash like this sign, it means that the width of the cell is small for the entry. So I just click over here and increase the size of the cell, and you can see the actual entry. So this one, the now function, helps me to display the current date and the time. So this way the formula is displayed to me, actual formula is displayed to me on the formula bar, and the actual answer or the result of the formula is displayed to me in the cell. So these are the three different types of entries which can go into a cell. That is, labels which are left aligned, right aligned, the values which are right aligned, and formulas which begin with an equal to sign. Let us now look at the different mathematical operators that can be used to enter and use formulas in a worksheet.
Let us now look at the mathematical operators which can be used in the spreadsheet. So we have got the operators for addition, that is plus sign, subtraction, multiplication, division and exponentiation. Now combined with the equal to sign, we can use these mathematical operators to do our numeric calculations. So let's assume that if I have got two numbers, I want to add them, I can write 2 plus 3. So it gives me the answer. In the same way, I can do 2 multiplication, division or even exponentiation. That is 2 exponent 4 is equal to, before that I put the equal to sign, it will give me 2 raised to the power of 4. So this way it is, you can use either of the mathematical operators, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division or even exponentiation, to do calculations. Now when we are doing calculations, always mathematical operators and calculations carry the BODMAS rule. So if I put a calculation like 2 plus 3 multiplied by 5, so here I get the answer as 17. But if I include the bracket 2 plus 3 multiplied by 5, the answer changes because you get it as the BODMAS rule is followed. So whenever I use a bracket, in this case no bracket is used, so I get a different answer, and in case of a bracket, first the bracket is executed and then the remaining part of the formulae. So this is what we need to understand. Now formulas can also be used by directly using the numbers like this, as what I have shown you, or it could be even using cell addresses. So if I have got two numbers, I can use the cell address of those numbers and use any of the mathematical operators. Like for example, this is C7 multiplied by CD7. So this way I can use any of the mathematical operators also along with the cell addresses. Now the only difference between using direct cell addresses and the numbers is that in case I change any of the numbers over here, like for example instead of 32 I use 12, then automatic recalculation of my formula takes place, which is not possible if I change any of this. Now here also if I do two numbers over here, 2 and 4, or if I write any number like is equal to 2 multiplied by 4, then any change will not be reflected if I change any one of the values. So this is the reason why we always prefer to put the actual cell addresses in a formula rather than the numbers, the actual numbers. So this is the way we can enter our use mathematical operators in a spreadsheet. Let us take this simple example to understand calculations and formulae. So here I have got some items. I have got the rate and quantity that I have purchased. Now I am going to calculate the total price. So for my total price, because it is a formula, I start with the equal to sign, equal to the rate multiplied by the quantity will give me the price. So my rate is in B2 cell and my quantity is in C2 cell. I press the enter key and I get the answer as 120. Now spreadsheets provide a very easy way for us to actually drag down the same formula across multiple cells. So I can just simply use my fill handle, that is keep my handle here and drag it down, and the entire formula gets copied over to the remaining cells. Now if I want to find out the total, I can add all these cells, that is D2 plus D3 plus D4 plus D5 plus D6, and get my total for this particular in this particular cell. So this way I can do any calculations that I want and use my equal to sign and create the necessary calculations. Now you will realize that on my formula bar the actual formula is displayed and the result of a calculation is only displayed in the cell.
Just like formulas, certain built-in functions are already ready-made functions which are there in Excel, which can be used easily to do certain complex calculations. Now these type of functions could be mathematical operator functions or statistical functions, trigonometrical functions, or even date and time functions. Some of the most common ones we are going to have a look at it now. The same calculation by using mathematical operators can also be done using functions. Now, if I want to find out the total of this range of cells, I can also use the function called as sum. So, is equal to sum, open my brackets and drag the range and close the bracket. That is equal to sum of D2 colon D6. This is the formula. I am going to get the very same answer over here. So the sum function helps me to get the total of a range of cells. Similarly, there are other functions like the average. If I want to find out the average price of this particular range, I can use the average function is equal to AVERAGE and then the range of cells, close it, the bracket and press enter. This will give me the average. So here I have got the average. Now if I want to find out, this is the total. Now if I want to find out the maximum value in this particular range, I can use the max function. So the is equal to max in bracket this range and it will give me the maximum value of the range of cells. Similarly, if I want to get the lowest, that is the minimum range, I can use the min function is equal to min, open my brackets, select the range and close the bracket. So these are the 4 important functions that we have learned, that is the sum function, the average function, the max function and the min function. Now here we can practice the same thing again over here in this range. I want to find out, let us take the total. I want to find out the average. I want to find out maximum and the minimum, and also I want to find out a total count of the number of entries over here. So is equal to sum in bracket. I am selecting the entire range A1 to C4. Press enter. This is the total AVERAGE average, and this entire range again I am copying. That is 4.66 is the average. Here I want to find out which is the maximum out of this range. The minimum MIN in this range. The 0 is the minimum, 9 is the maximum, and how many values are there in this particular range, that is count, and in bracket I will select, let's take I select only this range. It will tell me 8 because I have got 8 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 entries are there in this particular range. So the count function will give you the total count of entries in a particular range. So these are some of the very common functions which are used. We also have certain date functions like the now function, which will help me to give the current date and time, and also the today function, which helps me to get the current date. So these are some of the common functions which are used in a spreadsheet. So here is the gist of the different functions which we have learned. That is the sum function to find out this average, the sum of the total range. Average function which is used to find the average of a range. Max, min, and the count functions. These are the most commonly used functions in a spreadsheet. Let us now see how we can use a fill handle feature in spreadsheet to copy data quickly across cells. That is, to fill data quickly across cells, we can use the feature of a fill handle. Let us see what it is. Spreadsheet provides certain quick ways to do data entry into the cells. This is by using something called as a fill handle. Now, suppose here I want to write down the months of the year starting from January. So, I can just write a single the first month, that is January, and then pull down or drag down the fill handle. The fill handle is there at the extreme bottom right corner of a cell. Keep your mouse pointer on the black mark at the tip of the cell. Click it and drag down to get the entire list. This helps us to do data entry very quickly. Similarly, if I want the days of the week, so I just write down the first date, Monday, then keep my pointer at the tip of the extreme right tip, click and drag down to the days of the week. I can start with any day. Suppose if I start with Tuesday, the next series will be continued. So if I just start with Tuesday here, I drag it down, it will go on with Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like this. Next is I can also enter series very quickly. Write down the series, that is the first number and the second number of the series. So in this case, I want first and second. Select both of them and drag down the rest to whichever you want to. Suppose I want 25, I can click on 25. Similarly, if I want odd numbers, I write down the first odd number and the second, that is 1 and 3, and I will select and drag to the series which I want to. Similarly, for even numbers, let's take an odd even number, that is starting with 6 and 8. So these are the two odd numbers, and in the next series it will continue to give me even numbers. This way I can do any series of my choice. That is the difference between, so first number if I say 4 and the next number is 7. Now the difference between 4 and 7 is 3. So this particular series will be followed, and my next number will be 10 because the difference is 3. Again it will be 13. Then it will be 16. This way I can go on a series of a difference of 3 numbers. That is, it takes the first number and the second number, the difference between the two, and then that series can be continued. Now we can also copy quickly some formulas which we have used. For example, I am using a formula G3 multiplied by H3. Now, the very same formula, I want to copy it across all these particular entries. I simply have to click and use my fill handle and drag down the formula, and the same formula gets copied to the corresponding cells below. So, this way it helps me to do quick entry into my cells using the fill handle in a OpenOffice Calc spreadsheet. So with that we come to the end of today's class. In today's class we have learned how we can do data entry into a cells, the different types of entries we can do, that is labels, values, formulas, how to use calculations in using functions and cell addresses, and also how to do quick data entry into our cells. I hope you have understood this chapter very well. Please go through the videos again. Those who can practice, please try to practice the small little assignments and which have been done in this particular class. Please try and practice it as much as possible so you can get a better idea of OpenOffice Calc. Thank you.